This is another area that gave me a ton of trouble because you're able to carry the holy water all the way to the boss, you get a free victory. But if you're not able to do it, he's the hardest boss in this game, hands down. Because it's so hard to keep track of all of his little things that are flying around the screen, you know? Plus, I'm sure he does crash damage as well, which means... Oh, also, here's a little secret. I think it's the only one up in the game. That was a mistake, but that's okay. As long as you don't screw up again, you can make up for bad health here in a moment. Neat. Pause there for a second just so I could make sure my fingers are set. Because between the little flea guy and pushing this guy off the screen, be a bit nerve-wracking because they throw infinite axes. What's so fun is these are possibly the most difficult enemy, non-boss enemy in the game, and in later Castlevania games they just get trivialized by they just make them way easier. Do they still throw their axes? You bet your ass they do. Are they way easier to attack? Yes. Because they're not as mobile. That's one of the secrets. So another nice part if you have the holy water, those guys like to sit outside your range. Do that, and they die. Get locked down. So if you do get hit, that's okay. We're going to be coming up on some chicken. But that's like one of the things is this area is like a gauntlet. You want to slowly make your way through each area while trying to collect some of these hearts. Money bags are nice for score, but we're not really concerned with score at the moment. This guy's fuck. Particularly if you die, you'll spawn back here, and he immediately goes into the his. I'm gonna start spitting fireballs at you. And I'm like, okay. Alright, this is possibly the hardest part of the whole game. Because not only do you have to do this, which again, the holy water makes this so much easier. But you got Medusa heads, and then whatever health you lose becomes a detriment against the upcoming boss that you're about to fight. So what we're trying to do here, trying to get through this part without losing any life. And then we want to try to lock down the boss, which is death in this area, which is what I'm going to do right now. All you want to do is just throw infinite holy waters at him, and you just lock him down before he gets his scythe spawned, and that's how you do that. I cut the video up in such a way that well, I didn't cut it up. I cut the video so that we would go straight to a which is probably my only perfect run. I probably spent about 2 hours on that level. Trying to get through it. Particularly that hallway fucked me up. Fucked up most of my runs. So this is the area right before Dracula. The best thing you could do in this area is just to sprint through it. These bats, some big bats, sometimes mess up that plan, but they do give you the watch here in case you want to try to sprint across this. So this is right here is your first checkpoint, and then your second checkpoint is going to be right in front of Dracula. But if you get right before Dracula, the game's like, okay, we made you do that death hallway, so we're not going to make you keep doing this first part over. So it's just a straight shot to Dracula after that, which is very nice of the game, but this part's kind of bullshit. So there is chicken in this level, but it's more or less not worth getting because it's right below my feet right now. But they start spawning the little flea guys, and it makes it so difficult to get through. So we're gonna die a whole bunch here, I think, and then well, I know we're gonna die a whole bunch here, and then eventually we're gonna get to the to Dracula, and then I'm gonna die a whole bunch on Dracula as well because he's really difficult. I don't understand. I must have lost my touch. That happens too. Fighting him, he's difficult. He's not, you know, he's not supposed to be, you know, roll over baby easy, you know. So I get that. He's final boss. He's not nearly as difficult as Death is, but that's a well-known fact in this game. Stand here too long, top skeleton starts throwing those little bone meringues at you. Alright. Yeah, there's no chicken here, Chris. Sorry. Kinda hoping to find, you know, some hidden food just so I could have full health going down here. Because I need just a little bit more health than I have right now to get through here. I got on. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I got unlucky there. But I got super lucky. Alright, so this is the checkpoint right before Dracula. No matter how many times I die, I will always spawn back at this point. That's great. The drops, I'm pretty sure, are all the same here. So you get this flying T cross. These hearts can be either hearts or... and then at the end, there's the holy water, which is super good against his second form. So I gotta get used to this. Fighting him again. Yep. Yeah, that's the other problem is, particularly as I'm not playing on a CRT television, seeing where he's coming from is, I think, a little bit more difficult. I think on a CRT he starts to appear earlier than that. So you have a better idea of where he's about to pop up. Not 100% sure though. So this is another thing you can do, particularly if you want to try to stock up some hearts before fighting Dracula. You can go down and then come back up. That'll allow you to do this. It's helpful if you think you're going to use your T-cross. That's a miss. Well, I just got hit. There's my first hit. Oh, took another hit. Great. I gotta pick that up, unfortunately, because I don't want it to go away. And now I'm dead. So I think if you play this game, maybe not necessarily any speedrun capacity, but you play it competently, I think you can beat this game in about 20 minutes to half an hour. If you die a whole bunch, it obviously sets you back from that timetable. Sometimes I like to talk about speedrunning games like this because, you know, you often hear people say, you know, what's the time to beat the game? Well, you know, I mean, obviously different games have different timetables. RPGs, for instance, are great. How long does it take to beat the game? Probably about 5 to 6 hours. But with everything, 100%ing the game, probably about 200 hours. You know, depending what the RPG is. Or if you're save scumming, you know. So I have to a lot of these runs I'm just sort of practicing. Well, I'm not really practicing, I'm actually trying to beat him, but they might as well be practice runs at this point because I'm not even getting to his second form yet, and I do not get a health revival once I get to the halfway point. I have to keep going. So this first part's supposed to be the easy part. Sometimes you just... That was unnecessary damage. More unnecessary damage. Yeah, I'm just... crash damage is just killing me on this run. Yeah. All the damage he dealt to me was crash damage. So as not to completely bore the shit out of all of you, let me tell a story, I guess. I was recently at work, and the heat's kicking on for the first time in however long. And so when the heat kicks on, at least in my area, sometimes you get the furnace smell from, you know, the, whatever you want to call it, heating coils kicking on for the first time. And so sort of to try and make a long story short, there was some weird smells coming out of the heater exhaust. So, we're trying to figure out where the hell that smell's coming from. Is it a burn-up motor? Is it, you know, what is it? Well, it's coming from these offices, okay? This is where mainly where the smell's coming. So we go into the open office, which one of my coworkers was working in, and you could smell it just pouring out. So it smells like a burnt smell, so you start to worry, obviously, that make sure you don't have a fire somewhere. And then there's an office directly next to her that getting back to my story, we couldn't get into one of the offices because it was closed and locked. And, you know, normally you would have someone with either a master key or a backup key. No one had a key. Partly because, you know, the people who you'd think would have a key were not off. Or they were off, I'm sorry. So, makes it kind of difficult to get into an office without a key. And now I do not know how to pick locks. So I'd love to learn, because that's fucking obnoxious. I mean, you know, it is what it is. It's, you know, the office is more than likely not on fire, so I shouldn't have to worry about. This is the first time I get to a second mode, but I've only got a little bit of health. Plus, I forgot that I have to actually still continue to hit him in his head. I cannot hit him in his feet to do damage. He has a weak spot called his head. And I'm getting a lot of damage dealt to me because of that kind of crap. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That was an early jump. Late jump. Crash damage. Crash damage. This was a pretty good run here. Doing lots of damage to him without taking any damage myself. That's a mistake, but that's okay. I just don't want to take more damage. So that was unfortunate. I stopped moving. That's a miss. Crash damage. And now I'm dead. Crash damage was the worst part of this boss for me, because he disappears and reappears. So he can reappear on top of you, which is a pain. And then, pretty sure the next two lives I have were complete failures. But we'll see. Whoops. So after this attempt, I'm just gonna skip forward to the, yep. Let's just skip forward to the end here. This is should be the, actual successful run against him. Kind of annoying, because it took me a while to put it all together. Missed that one. Got that one. I got a little lucky early on with the fact that he wasn't appearing on top of me. When he does start to do it, I'm sort of more prepared for it. Or maybe I just got lucky, I don't know. That's an okay miss. Seeing he's popping up on me more. I don't know if the AI is programmed to do that or what. Or it's just coincidental. Oh yeah, I did finally take damage there. Down to 1 health, that's good. So this is what you want to do, is you want to throw water while chucking it at his head. In order to keep dealing more damage. I'm gonna take more damage here in a second trying to get by him. You gotta do this to get back into the center. More damage. Yeah, I'm 1 hit away from dying right now too. I kind of get lucky there. Taking him out. But yep, that's Castlevania for you. Ta-da! Pretty fun, huh? Not a headache at all. Produced by Konami, directed by something. Screened by Von Stoker. Christopher B. Bela Lugosi, Boris Left off something. Love Cheney Jr., Barbara Sherry. $6. Love Cheney. I'm guessing these are all. Obviously, these are all pen names. They're not the actual names of the people who created the game. Simon Belmondo played the greatest role in history. Or, I'm sorry, in this story. Thank you for playing. Don't come back.